morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of my wonderful and juicy and delicious little subscribers out there. And how I love you all so, and I hope that you're all super duper well, super duper wonderful and super duper delicious, and that life is treating you oh so deliciously. So what do we do? 3, 2, 1, my juicy little hearts. Thank you, little hearts. You're delicious and bright. Oh, come on, my little babies. There we are, okay? Now then, just move our little hearts over there. Now then, it's 10 to 12 in the morning, okay, my delicious little babies in our old England today. And it's a completely grey sky. I've got the little magpies outside having a right good natter amongst themselves. And yes, it's rather chilly today, my delicious little babies. But anyway, show must go on. Yeah. Okay, my delicious little babies. Because you just got to smile about it, haven't you? Do you know what I mean, my delicious little babies? Anyway, so I'll say it all now. So wishing your beautiful little selves and your beautiful little families full protection, and sending to each and every one of you, because you're all such beautiful dear little souls, the most peaceful, beautiful, harmonious and wonderful morning, afternoon or evening, wherever you are in the world, because you only get one life, okay, my delicious little babies? Yes, okay. And I hope the weather is better whether you are in old England or whether you are not, okay? I hope that the weather is super duper wonderful and delicious wherever you are. Now then, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 2, 4. 2, 4, 6, 8. Who sang that? I can't remember now. Anyway, my delicious babies, I've got my singing voice on today. Now then, so I've just finished listening to this. I say it's a short video. It's 11 minutes, so many seconds long. Now, this came up on my feed. I've never seen this young man before, and of course with anybody. Not in that way, not in that way. Now, this uploader on YouTube happens to have 1,001 subscribers, my delicious little baby. So he is a little baby, God bless him, and may he prosper, okay? Because he seems to have, for his age, God bless him, there we are, a noddle on his shoulders. Do you understand what I mean, okay? And it's very refreshing to listen to the younger generation, because I'm 51, okay? But when you're listening to somebody of the younger generation like himself, it's very interesting to listen to. And it's also interesting, my delicious little babies, to look at some of the comments, okay, my delicious little babies. So in the old space bar, in old YouTube, my delicious little babies, Jaden, this is the uploader, Jaden, spelled Jayden, then a space, Harris, okay, with a double R, okay, my delicious little babies. And the video should read, why I'm leaving Britain for good. Okay, my delicious little babies, so we're going to tick you off, Jaden, and may you prosper on your channel, God bless, okay. He's very, what's the word I'm looking for? He's very clued up for his age, okay. He was talking about the hospitality when he was working there for a time. You know, he's got quite a lot to say in just over 11 minutes, my delicious little babies, but very are interesting to listen to his view on how he sees our old England. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies, okay? And, you know, he talks about, you know, certain classes that, you know, where ones seem to feel that they're better than others. There we are. And yes, and I totally agree with that. I have met so many in my decades, okay? They go around, they drive flash motors, okay? Dripping in gold, you know, Cartier, Rolex, you know, diamonds. Do you understand what I mean? Yes, okay. And nobody's saying that they haven't, you know, achieved in their life, because they clearly have, and nobody would ever take that away from anybody. However, I feel there's a huge difference, because ones must always remember, okay, and especially those who maybe did not come from a lot. Okay, my delicious little babies. But of course, once they get into these jobs or businesses, they walk around like, there we are, before I even say it, like their own shark doesn't stink. Do you see what I mean? Okay. But I shall repeat again, I've never met a true businessman in the whole of my life, okay, who has not cut corners, you know, to have the amount of ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching that he's got, okay? It just doesn't rock and roll that way, my delicious little babies, there we are. And I've known plenty of businessmen, there we are, like it. In my years, I was around them for nearly 10 years, do you see what I mean? So I know exactly the way the cookie crumbles in those situations. But I got where your young man was coming from. Ones act differently. There was only one man who I knew. I'm going back decades ago now, right? And, you know, he had some businesses, okay? And when he had his baby daughter with his wife, okay? I mean, he was a very down-to-earth man, okay? So when you looked at him, it's like he looked as he's just an everyday bloke. Do you understand what I mean? Yes. He never treated anybody with disrespect. He's one of the few who I got along with, actually. Do you know what I mean? Okay. Because sometimes you just don't want to listen to, you know, oh, I've got this, I've got that. Nobody wants to listen to that. Do you understand what I mean? Yes, okay. Is that the best that they can do to chat about? Do you see what I mean? Okay. And of course, you know, ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching is their world. So they'll talk about ka-ching all day long. Do you know what I mean? But maybe not talking about, there we are, other things now. Do you see what I mean? Okay. But that's what you usually find with a lot of businessmen. And like I said, I'm not going to take it back because there we are. Because I was around them for nearly 10 years. So I know. But what was I going to say? So yeah. So, but this, getting back to this man now then, yeah. Super duper kind. And his dear wife was, okay. But what he did, he took his little daughter, okay, back to where he had grown up, okay, my delicious little babies. And he said, and the reason why, because I was having a conversation with him, he said, the reason why I did it, Carla, he said, is because I wanted my little daughter, okay, he could have more by now, more little bairns, God bless. But he said, I wanted my little daughter to, there we are, to appreciate, you know, he said, so even though we can give her, you know, because he's the breadwinner, you know what I mean? He said, even though we can give her anything she wants, he says, but I wanted to bring her up, there we are, to appreciate, do you know what I mean? Not just to take everything now for granted. And she was only about 5 or 6, God bless. But yeah, he took it, and she's, you know, she'd asked him, you know, oh, sweet little bairn she was, and she says, you know, why we come here for, Daddy? Do you know what I mean? And he just said, this is where Daddy, you know, grew up. Do you see what I mean? Okay, and you know, to get her to appreciate what she has, and even that's from a very young age. Do you see what I mean? But I got where your young man here, there we are, was coming from, and he was talking about, you know, these ones who, you know, they go to work all day, especially if they're in these particular jobs, shall we say, and you know, then they, you know, want to talk to others like sharks, you know, because they've had a bad day, because they're effing miserable. Do you understand what I mean? So I got everything that your young man there we are, was saying. You know what I mean? So please, I mean, please, that doesn't mean, no, I just got an itch. Please take a listen to that little video, because he's very, and again, I just got an itch. You know, because it's a very interesting little video, and he's just explaining. So now he's not a very happy little bunny at all. So it looks like he's going to be leaving soon as well. My delicious little babies. Do you know what I mean? But this is not the first video. But usually I do not even watch, or just click on and click off again. But this young man here was talking, there we are, perfect common sense to myself. Okay, so whoever his mum and dad are, well, God bless them. There we are. They've clearly brought their son up. There we are, with brains. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Okay, so, and he's seen what's going on around him. Do you know what I mean? Okay, because it's very clear what's taking place here in Old England, my delicious little babies. Very clear indeed. Do you see? Okay. Anyway, so that's that one. So the next one. This is on YouTube as well, my delicious little babies. I haven't mentioned your man here now forever. Okay, I did mention him, oh gosh, when he was on 200,000 something subscribers at the time. I mean, now he's up to 686,000 subscribers. I'm sorry about that, my delicious baby. It's just my dear little friend and neighbour up the road. I'll have to get back to them shortly. So yeah, so, and this is in the old space bar in old YouTube, my delicious babies. Maya, spelt M-A-H-Y-A-R, space 2C, T-O-U-S-R, okay? Maya, space 2C, in older YouTube space bar, my delicious little babies. Now then, the reason why I mentioned him, and God bless him, God bless you, Maya, okay? The video should read, live, return of 2C TV, sorry, stumbling here, after death threats. Okay, my delicious little babies, so I'm just going to repeat that again for you. Live, return of 2C TV after death threats. Yes. You see, this has been happening with poor Maya, okay? And the reason why I stopped advertising him quite a while ago, not because he's, you know, of his material that he gives out, you know, because he works, God bless him, very hard to do that, you know, to get his information out. But it's just, I just didn't want to be seeing him just like with others. Do you understand what I mean? I did not want to be seeing him going down there with other roads, you know, for ka-ching, ching, ching. Do you know what I mean? Because it doesn't always end up the way that one would want it to end up. Do you see what I mean? Yes, okay. And of course, the last thing I would have wanted, you know, to see him do is just looking at dollar signs. Do you understand what I mean? In front of his birth race. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes. But yes, he's just explaining that now. His video is just over 40 minutes long, 40 minutes long, okay? And he's had to move. So he used to live in central London, himself and his family, God bless. But they've had to move, okay? And this is terrible, but what he's saying is that, you know, they must still continue. Do you see what I mean? Even with all the threats and everything that he's had coming at him. And this is, to be honest, gone on for quite a while. Do you see what I mean? I haven't watched his videos very much over, you know, months or something. But something says, you know what I mean? Just take a look. Do you see what I'm saying? Yes. So, oh, God bless you, dear little Maya, and your dear little family. God bless you, and I hope that you settle into your new home and everything calms itself down. But ones should not be threatened simply because they're giving out information, you know. And of course, who gives out the information? And this is for hundreds, thousands of uploaders, okay, where the lights are completely switched on. I mean, they just want to deliver the truth. Do you see what I mean? Okay, not listen to the poxy box in the corner of the room with all the bullshit. Do you see what I mean? Okay. But of course, when ones are doing this, it just tells me that there is worry and fear. Do you know what I mean? You want to shut somebody up. That's usually one of the reasons, isn't it, my delicious little babies? But God bless you, Maya. And, you know, we're all super duper happy and pleased that your numbers have gone up as far as they have. Do you see what I mean? And he was even talking about something to do with demonetisation or something. Do you see what I'm saying? Because that's what they use, you see. They use this as a ka-ching, ching, ching to destroy others. It's like, we can make ya. That's an old-fashioned saying, my delicious little babies. We can make ya. There we are. And then we can be done breaking ya. Do you see what I mean? There we are. That's how these rock and roll, do you say? So that's that one. So you're ticked off, Maya. Now the next one, my delicious little babies. This is on BitChute, okay? This uploader happens to have 7,965 subscribers, my delicious little babies, okay? On BitChute. Now, I haven't advertised these for quite a while because I do advertise them. Search engine of your choice, my delicious little babies. Understanding space the space Laz. And then space bar BitChute. And then you should have reached your destination. Okay, my delicious little babies. Right, okay, so this video should read, those who admit they've been lying want to silence those who have been calling out the truth. So I'm just going to repeat that again for you, okay, shall I? Those who admit they've been lying want to silence those who have been calling out the truth. Yes, this video here, my delicious babies, is about, is it 2 minutes and 40 odd seconds long? So it's not long, my delicious babies. It's now peeing down. Here it's raining, and it's really coming down right now, my delicious little babies. Anyway, so yes, what your man there's saying, and I do believe you can find this man on Rumble as well, okay? Something cafe, as in a cafe, you go for a coffee. Anyway, and yeah, he's done saying it. So you see what everybody's, you know, for 4 years, do you see what I mean? And the ones who knew the truth, like myself and many others, okay, my delicious babies, well, you know, you've been called everything from there we are, a conspiracy theorist, to everything. My delicious babies, only to find, there we are, that this is the damn truth. Do you see what I mean? And yet ones, there we are, still trying to shut everybody up. Do you know what I mean? But like I said before, I repeat again, you know, once the lid is off, there's very little anyone can be done doing about it. Do you know what I mean? Because you cannot put the lid back on. Do you see what I mean? And of course, everything spreads. It's only a figure of speech, my delicious babies. I do not mean literally, as you would know. Everything spreads, there we are, like wildfire. Do you see what I mean, my delicious babies? Anyway, interesting little video to listen to. Now then, the next one, my delicious babies, okay? This one here is on BitChute as well, my delicious babies. This uploader happens to have 2,109 subscribers, my delicious little babies. Now, search engine of your choice, Wade, capitals, please, my delicious little babies, Wade, W-A-D-E, then hyphen, and then a capital X, Wade, hyphen, capital X. Okay, my delicious little babies, then space bar, BitChute, and then you should have reached your destination. Okay, my delicious little babies, okay? This video should read 3. Okay, you know, 3. Authorised to kill. I'm not going to say the rest, my delicious little babies. You'll know which video I'm talking about. So I'm just going to repeat that again for you. 3. Authorised to kill. Okay, my delicious little babies. But like I said, I'm not going to say the rest of this. Okay, my delicious little babies. Now, we've got 2 left, okay? So the next one, my delicious little babies, this is, and I do advertise these as well, my delicious little babies. This uploader happens to have 6,398 subscribers, my delicious little babies. So it's 6398, okay? And it's 2 words together, strange news. Strange news, and then space bar BitChute, and then you should have reached your destination. Okay, my delicious little babies. Now, this video here is just over 17, there we are, minutes long, my delicious little babies. Now, I do happen to like this, you know, who speak, like I said, not in that way, okay? But I like the material that he gives out, okay? And this video should read, Faza, yes, insider, sorry, reveals people will soon start bleeding from every orifice. Okay, my delicious little babies, so I'm just going to repeat that again for you, shall I? Faza insider reveals people, we don't like that word, but you know, I prefer mankind, but it says people, okay? People will soon start bleeding from every orifice. Okay, my delicious little babies. Okay, now then, what I want to say about this, I mean, this is, there we are, extremely serious, my delicious little babies. Okay, now then, I do remember, if my mind serves me correctly now, Going back all that time ago, okay, which really was not very long ago at all, my delicious little babies, that women who were having, well, say for example, if they were going through the change, for an example. So if there's any dear men, dear gentlemen out there, I'm sorry that I'm talking about topics like this because or subjects, because not every your man there or your gentleman there, you know, some get a little bit embarrassed with these topics and subjects, you know what I mean? But of course, I just want to mention it. So, you know, I do not mean, you know, to embarrass anybody, right? Say, for example, they never had a menstrual cycle for forever. Then once something was taken, shall we say, they started having, you know, it's not just a menstrual cycle, my delicious little babies. They were way more serious than that. I mean, they were like chunks, clots coming out of these dear women. Do you see what I mean? Okay, so, you know, and this was never happening before. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? And I actually knew somebody going back where, yeah, they were having clots, my delicious little babies. Do you see? And they had not had a menstrual cycle forever. Do you see what I mean? Okay. So there we are. So it's extremely serious, my delicious little babies. Okay. And what they're saying here, and also what's his name now, he's good as well, Todd Calendar. Anyway, they show a little bit of video to do with Todd Calendar, and he breaks everything down as well, okay? But yeah, this is extremely serious, my delicious little babies. And even say when, I mean, I've seen them, you know, like, because I walk out and about, as you would all very well know me by now, my beautiful little babies that you are out there. Well, yeah, you know, ones that got bloodshot eyes and, you know, which is just, there we are, appeared from nowhere. Do you see what I mean, my delicious babies? So this has been going on, there we are, a long time. Do you see what I mean? But it seems, and I hate to have to be the bearer of bad news, it's going to get, there we are, a lot worse, it seems, my delicious little babies, okay? That's probably what that putrid piece of shit Bill Gates was bragging about, you know, and he's laughing about it, my delicious baby. So some of you would have seen your damn putrid effing man there. Do you see what I mean? Okay, you know, laughing about it. Oh yes, you know, the next time round, you know, one's gonna, you know, wake up. Do you see what I mean, my delicious baby? So this could be partly, there we are, what he was talking about, my delicious little babies. Do you say? Okay. But well worth a listen of that video. And by the way, for anybody who has taken, okay, I would never in a million years, apart from the ones who are pushing it, like the poxy box in the corner of the room, and also alternative for some of them. Alternative, there we are, media, okay? So I do not feel one bit sorry for those. But for anybody else, God bless you, okay? I'm certainly not here to depress you, to offend you, upset you, or hurt you in any way, okay? To hurt your feelings, never, okay? But what I'm doing, I feel that this is extremely important, and I wanted to explain about this video. So it's very important that ones listen. Do you see what I mean, my delicious babies? Please and thank you. That's all I can ask. There's nothing more I can do. You know, I give out the information just like other uploaders, God bless them. Do you see what I mean? Yes. And that's all we can do. I mean, I know it's frightening, you know, but these very sadly have to be faced, you know, very sadly, you know. Now, finally, so we'll go up here now, this top one. So this, and I do advertise this uploader as well, my delicious little babies, okay, because he's had his fair share of being banged off places as well, you know, just like hundreds of others, God bless them all, and God bless this dear man. Search engine of your choice, my delicious little babies, Jim Space Rizzoli, R-I-Z-O-L-R, okay? Jim Space Rizzoli, okay? Now, he's now up to 8,083 subscribers, my delicious little babies. So, Jim Space Rizzoli, then space bar, BitChute. So then you should have reached your destination, okay? Now, the video should read, Dr. Sam Bailey presents Dr. Sam White, okay, discussing the medical in brackets KGB mafia. Okay, my delicious baby, so I'm just going to repeat that again for you, okay? Dr. Sam Bailey presents Dr. Sam White discussing the medical KGB in brackets mafia. Okay, then it's just dated October 7, 2024, okay? Now, you can actually find Dr. Sam White, and how it is, it's these, all the words together, yes? Doctor, okay, samwhite.com. Okay, my delicious babies, he is an English doctor, okay? Anyway, he's too has had, there we are, the book thrown at him. Okay, my delicious babies, so he has been going through the shout as well, my delicious babies, okay? And of course, the thing is now, is that, there we are, this can have a huge effect. I'm sorry to have to say it this way, my delicious babies, but it can have a huge effect, there we are, on somebody's mental health. Okay, and what he was also talking about is the amount of, I'm sorry to say this as well, the amount of suicides with doctors and everything, okay? You see, because when they're taught a certain way, this is not the first time I've discussed things now. See, I'm stumbling there, my delicious babies, okay? I'm not changing my video anyway. Well, I mean, and then they come to the realisation that there we are, that all is not as it seems. Do you see what I mean, my delicious babies? Sometimes they cannot find a way out of how they are feeling mentally. Do you see what I mean, my delicious babies? But for himself, I mean, it appears, God bless him, there we are, he's gone through the mill. I do not mind doctors like this, or our lovely little, God bless her, Dr. Sam Bailey, and her Dr. Mark Bailey, her husband. Now, these I'm fully on board with, okay, because they're talking damn well common sense. They clocked it at the beginning. Do you see what I mean? They knew something was wrong, okay, my delicious babies. I knew something was wrong, do you understand what I mean? And others knew something was wrong, okay, but very sadly not everybody did. And to try to convince these flipping poxy doctors and poxy nurses, do you understand what I mean, who just will not believe anything at all, my delicious babies, okay? They're just so flipping brainwashed, it's just unreal. Do you see what I mean, my delicious babies? Well, you see, when you listen to doctors like this, it is like refreshing, because you're listening to them as if to say, ding, ding, dong, dong, you've got a brain cell. So I do not mean that in a nasty way, my delicious little babies. What I'm saying is, they was not just looking inside the box at things now. They were looking outside of the box. Do you see? Okay? But that is well worth a listen to that video, my delicious little babies. Now it is, I think it's an hour long, or nearly an hour long. I feel like I've missed, oh no, I haven't missed it, sorry. That's the one, Wade half an X. That video is an hour and 56 minutes, okay? What that talks about, okay, so I'm going very lastly to this one, okay? What this is talking about is that the devastation, there we are, and destruction that what has been rolled out, my delicious little babies, okay, as we very well know, has caused, okay, my delicious little babies, okay? So this is extremely serious, okay? So I listened to that last night, that one with Wade half an X, yeah. It's just so sad. I mean, at the end of the day, none of this, there we are, should be happening. Do you know what I mean? But if you listen to any decent doctor, okay, or any decent nurse, and there ain't very many, okay, they will tell you, there we are, to keep out of the hospitals. There we are. They're done telling you to keep out, and that's a doctor or it's a nurse. And there's very few of them who tell the damn truth. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies, okay? But of course, you know, it's been, the way I see it is anyway, there we are, it's been blown out of the water anyway. That's the way I see it, because at the end of the day, there's too many now who, because of this awakening that's taking place, now I'm going to close my book, that's everything, yes. There's too many now who are certainly, there we are, seeing that something is very, very, very wrong. My delicious little babies. Do you see what I mean? Very, very, very wrong. Okay, my delicious little babies. Oh, and something else I want to mention. So I spoke to somebody. When was it? That was yesterday. I forgot to tell you yesterday. And ever since they've had a certain, my delicious little babies, okay, and they've had every scan. I just want to explain this to you, my delicious little babies. They've had, there we are, every scan going, and still the doctors are saying that they do not know what's wrong. Do not know what's wrong, okay? And who it is concerning, ever since taking this, which of course they are totally regretful for doing, okay, my delicious babies, okay, but they have their own reasons. Well, they go all numb all down their left side, so that's their arm, their hands, their legs. They cannot feel the left side of their body, my delicious little babies. And that, what that one was called, well, I'm not going to say what it was called. I'm going to tell you the initial A for apple, my delicious little babies. And they had to. Okay, my delicious little babies. But of course, since they've been, there we are, suffering as well. And they were telling me on the dog and burn yesterday. Okay, my delicious little babies. So we're still hearing this, do you see what I mean? Okay. So I made some suggestions, what they could, you know, to try and find a way to get some of it, there we are, out of their system. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Okay, but yeah. Oh, and one last thing I want to tell you. When was it? Last week now? Now, I said months and months and months and months ago, there was an elderly man who lives with his wife down the road from myself. And he was the one who said to me, keep away from me, you know, words to effect, you're not vaccinated, okay? You know, you haven't had the vaccine, okay? So I said no. Anyway, and I swore, even though I've always been brought up, there we are, to respect my elders, okay? But I swore to dear God, Jesus Christ of Nazareth, I'd never talk to your man there again. Not for the way that he spoke to me, no. Okay, I never insulted him in any way. I never said anything nasty to him in any way. So therefore, he should never have said anything like that to me. Well, last week, okay, he looked directly at me, and I was out walking my beautiful and delicious little Ruby Tuesday, because me beautiful and delicious little Maisie Moo can walk herself. And he went, hello. So he's walking, coming towards me. He said, hello. Hello, like this, right, after all these months. And you know what I did, my delicious little babies, and I see nothing wrong. I feel no way. I walked straight past you, man. I said, come on, little Rubes. Walked straight past him like a pane of glass. I thought, don't you flipping think now that you can say hello and everything's going to be all right after the way that you spoke to myself. Not a chance. Couldn't give a damn. You know what I mean? But that is somebody, again, very sadly, who did no research, took something by listening to the box in the corner of the room. And I do say God bless with anybody, but my point in all of this is that it's one thing now when they take something, yes, it's quite another when they're turning round to somebody like myself, and there's hundreds, thousands of others who went through this. They were all over the world. They suffered, okay, because they chose not to take something, okay. That was up to themselves. It's up to myself. Do you see what I mean, okay? But others went through the same thing now. It was flipping vile what was going on. Do you see what I mean, okay? So after all the months now, and when they realised there we are that the effing being shafted for these, him and others are like him, right? And then they realise they're being shafted now, and then they want to go back like everything's all right. Well, no, not in my book. He make his bed, and then he damn well lies in it. And I'll never speak to that man again. And that goes to anybody who would have ever spoken to myself like it. And then one other thing, last thing I want to say, God bless somebody else who okay, they've been suffering terrible bad back for months and months and months. my delicious little babies, God bless. And it does not seem to be healing. Okay? So he's going through it as well. And of course, anybody who has taken something, very sadly, unless it was, as I would have said, which I did say months and months and months and months and months ago, then a month later it was out on BitChute, because I was working it all out, what was going on. And I was convinced then that some had the dummy version, and very sadly, others had the real thing. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Well, of course, now, and that includes this dear man's dear wife, I mean, you know, very sadly, they take something now, and then, of course, they end up with colds all the time. Do you see what I mean? Okay, so, you know, and these are not the first. Do you see what I'm saying? Yes, it seems to be different strengths in different mankind. That's the best way that I can put this, my delicious little babies. Do you see? Okay, and some are just having no effect at all. So because they're not having any effect on their body, they're going to go and get more. Do you see what I mean? Okay, but like I said, I do not trust any of these now, doctors or nurses, because one day, you know, if they haven't had, you know, and they're still not getting any symptoms, nothing wrong with them, they're as high as a cat. I don't mean that they take, you know, because who I've known are actually very fit and they always ride the bikes and everything, go to work and everything. What I'm talking about is that they could be given, do you see what I mean? And then there we are, it will be the real thing. Do you see what I mean, my delicious babies? I do not trust it one bit. Do you see what I mean? And of course, there are thousands out there who equally are the same as myself, do not trust. And rightfully so. That's the best way to be, my delicious little babies, do you say? Okay? Then you will not get, there we are, old-fashioned saying, hoodwinked. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Anyway, so that's all I want to say. But God bless everybody who I know, you know, and who I've spoken to over, there we are, months and months and months and months. God bless everybody. My heart goes out. Do you know what I mean? Okay? But some you just cannot talk to at all. They're not willing to listen. They're not willing to see reason. So I've got to be honest, you get to the point, I just can't be bothered, my delicious little babies. Honestly, that is how I feel. You know, because you feel like, there we are, a stuck record, and there'll be thousands upon thousands of others out there, there we are, who completely, sorry, stumbling again, feels the same way as I do. Do you know what I mean, my delicious little babies, okay? So we can only hope that ones, God bless them, you know, whoever it may be, and God love them all, okay, that they don't take anything else, okay? So until my next video, please look after yourselves, my beautiful little babies that you are. Thank you to anybody who even watches my videos or puts a like or anything. Thank you. But the most important, there we are, is to get the information out. That is super duper really important to myself. Do you see what I mean? Okay, and then I just feel as though I'm doing something to help. Do you understand what I mean, my delicious little babies? I wish that I could, there we are, cure everybody apart from the ones pushing it. Do you understand what I mean, my delicious little babies? But for everybody else, I wish to dear God, there we are, I could really get them better. Do you understand what I mean? Okay, because to my heart, it breaks my heart, you know, families and everything just being destroyed. Do you know what I mean? Who has got the effing right to do that? Nobody has. But some now seem to think they have. Do you see what I mean, my delicious baby? See, I'm stumbling again. I'm going to go. So you just take care. So much love. God bless. Peace, harmony to each and every one of you. Love ya. Goodbye.